the GTF Euro GT500 Championship Season 5 is on the way. Now, myself, I didn't think it was going to happen, with a lot of guys missing through real life stuff, but me and this man had a look for some new drivers, and we've got a full grid of 16 drivers, and it's going to be a really good season going by what I've seen so far in the pre-race. Championship starts on the 29th of January, and this pre-race was done last week, recorded it. I just wanted to use this content to show my pre-race and also explain some of the rules and procedures to the new guys, because in the pre-race there was a few things that were a bit dodgy, and you know, that it's a learning curve. You know, we're just going to straighten things out a little bit, get the rules under, you know, under the mat. Anyway, I'm going to start off this video explaining the drivers and the teams for Season 5. Now, in the HSV Slovenia team, we have Nizman and Smokey, two guys who know each other in real life, so they're going to be working together very closely on the setup, and they're both fast drivers. Nizman especially, with him being a two-time champion in this championship, so he's going to be up there fighting for the title. And you know, they're the ones to look out for. Constructors' favourites, maybe? I don't know. Well, I think the next team who I'm going to talk about will be challenging very hard for the constructors. Myself, Stretchy and Aaron. Me and Aaron have raced with each other for a long time. We both have very similar driving styles. We're very aggressive and we push the car to the limit, and we both like to do a smart tactic here and there, and we're going to be racing in the yellow hat GTRs. Oh, by the way, for the people who are watching, check the bottom right corner. You'll see all the team names and driver names and all that stuff. But yeah, me and him, I think we both have we're punching above our weight, I think, in this championship right now. I mean, in previous seasons we've been, you know, mid-pack, but going by this pre-race and pre-season testing, we're on the pace of the top guys. I really think me and him, if we work together, we're going to get a few wins and maybe a few podiums, and hopefully we can actually win the constructors. I mean, I won the constructors before with two other drivers, so I'd like to make it a hat trick with Aaron, and hopefully we do so. Now, the HSV Japanese factory team, the Sushi Eaters, we've got Skeng and Miral. Miral's raced with us for a few years now, and he's a very fast driver again, and so is Skeng. I mean, I've raced with Skeng before he come over to GTF, and he's improved so much since the first time I've raced with him. And you know, he's up there with me and Aaron. I think he's going to be pushing for the podiums with us, and it's so tight you can't really call it, but he's been racing a lot since we've had the season break and all that. He's been racing a lot, so he looks strong. I really think he's the one to look out for, Skeng, in the mid-pack. And now in the HSV Ice team, we have John Killer and Marco. Now, John Killer has been racing with us from the start, from the beginning of GTF, beginning of the Euro GT500 Championship, before we were GTF, with myself. So I've known him for a very long time now, and he is a brilliant driver. He's always been up there. He's always been a top 5, you know, top 4. He's even made it to be a runner-up in one of the seasons, I think he was. The guy's fast, and he's not just fast, he's very calculated. I call him the Professor. Whenever I'm racing, he's behind me. I refer to him as the Professor because he's just like Prost. He's so calculated and fast, and he can outsmart people very easily, and he's very great with tuning. Him and this man are the ones to look out for challenging for the title for Tony. I'm going to go and talk about Tony a bit more later on, but Johnny Killer is one of the guys who I think he's up there. He's at the top. And now, what do we have? We have the Lexus Petronas with, who's that? Is that Loza is cool, and I can't pronounce this guy's name, so I'm going to call him Nico, because that's what his name is, Nico. Loza used to race with us a few years ago, and he was fast, and in the pre-race he looks solid as well, man. He looked really good in that Lexus. The tyre wear in that thing's good. It's great out of corners. He's also going to be up there, you know, fighting for the odd podium, top 5 finishes. He's going to be up there. I really do think he is. And Nico's new to the championship, and hopefully, you know, being a Greek guy myself, and there's 3 Greek guys, not including myself, on the grid, he's going to do alright. I really hope he does alright and gets a few good finishes. Now we have the NSX Motorsport team, which consists of Kostas, who raced with us for the first time in Season 4 on the last race. I have a video of that race actually. And along with Marco, I previously mentioned, both of them were at the back. And, you know, in pre-season testing so far, they have really closed the gap between themselves and some of the top drivers. They've really closed the gap. I mean, I could see them getting some top 5 finishes if they really push and, you know, keep on improving. That's my only advice to them. Keep on improving, because they've improved so much over the break. And I think top 5 finish, and they might get 1 or 2 this season. I really do think they can, if they really push. And also, the NSX Motorsport team consists of Tony, champion before, my old teammate, won the constructors with him. Brilliant guy, nice guy. But he is just too fast. He's a beast. He's the favourite, the one to beat in this championship. And Nizman and Johnny Killer will chase him to the end, no doubt. And me and Aaron, we're going to push and try our best to get anywhere near him, but it's going to be a hard task. But this guy is the one to beat, and we're going to have to see how it goes. And who do we have next? We now have Pelton and Kimmy in the Calsonic. I've not raced with Kimmy, but Pelton, for those who remember, he was the one to beat back in the day. He was one of the originals with me, John Killer, and you know, Max, Ricky. He's one of the originals, and he was brilliant, man. He was one of the top drivers. He was the one to beat. He was winning every race, and no one could catch him. Now, I don't know if he's been racing since he's been away, but if he has, he's going to be up there. He's going to be fighting for some podiums and some wins, and I hope he is. It'll make it a lot more interesting. But if he isn't, and I'm in front of him, I'm going to be shocked, because if you said to me 2 years' time you're going to be beaten, I would have laughed in your face. So we got the team Zanavi GTR. We've got Truce Fusca and IRT TKA THA. That's a very interesting name. Both new guys to the championship. I've raced with Truce for a little bit before coming to this season, and he's looking good. They're looking strong. I'm really hoping he gets a few top 5, top 10s. If he pushes and improves like how others like Marco and Costa have, I really think he could get some good results to be proud of. And we also have 2 reserve drivers. We have Diesel Z, an old veteran, and GTA Freak, another friend of mine. So if anyone doesn't turn up to any races, they will be most likely filling in their slots. So yeah, that's the drivers and all that covered. Now, what's the next topic on the agenda? Let's have a little look. I wanted to talk about the rule changes. Now, we have some new rule changes to the championship. The grip reduction, we've always had it on low, because we always we have a professional racing driver in our ranks, Chris, and he said on real grip reduction, when you go over dirt, it doesn't feel like how it feels in real life when you races. He says on low it feels closer to what it feels like in real life. Sorry, a bit of a cough today. So we're going to try real grip reduction for a season and see how it goes. And you know, it's nothing really big major. I mean, I stay on the track anyway, so I don't really give a crap, to be honest. Lower ballast penalties. Now, with the season being so tight, some of our guys, we don't really need ballast to make it even kind of competitive now. I mean, we've lowered it so much. 40 for the winner, 20 for second place, and 10 kg for third, I think it is. I mean, we've lowered it a lot because we don't need it. I mean, the grid is looking very, very, very tight out there. And, you know, maybe if given ballast, such a small amount of ballast might just make the biggest difference. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. We'll have to see. I mean, Tony can race with a donkey in the back seat, so it doesn't matter how much ballast he's got. What else is there? Fast tyre wear. Fast tyre wear is a new addition to the championship. We tested the fast tyre wear in this pre-race, what you're watching right now, and there's a lot to learn from it. That's what I'm going to say, because the fuel runs out quicker with fast tyre wear. So I found myself running out of petrol 3 times. I was in the lead thinking I'm going to win my first race, and then bang, ran out of petrol. I was pretty pissed off about that, but it's racing, and it's something you have to learn. And I think it's going to make a lot of good racing. It's going to be pit stops galore. Let's just say it's going to be like how in Formula 1 where they've got 4 stops at the beginning of the season. It was 4 stops, 4 stops. It's gonna be a nutcase one, man. It's going to be a lot of pitting. All watching the gameplay now, trying to overtake my teammate, sent him in. Well, let's have a little watch of this. The pre-race was really good. I kind of I backed off and I let all the guys just get ahead. I wanted to clean air, I wanted to save my tyres because I was going to do 1 stop less than the others. And it really did pay off because I found myself in the lead. But over here we have a nice overtake. Look at this, down the inside of the chicane. That's a very hard place to overtake. I mean, we've done a lot of races before this for practice, and you couldn't get near the car there, but somehow I managed to overtake him there, and you know, I'm not complaining about that. It's a decent overtake. But now back to the rules. Well, what else is there? 10-minute qualifying. We're going to be using less time to qualify. This will make the pack a bit more mixed up. You know, spice things up a little bit. It's always good to spice things up. And you know, I'm personally a fan of having more time to do my lap, because I always find myself gaining more time in the last minute. So I always make a few mistakes, but it kind of makes you change your strategy in qualifying. You really want to get that banker lap in as soon as you can, and then you want to push, because there's not a lot of time, especially in our next race, Spa. It's over 2 minutes to do a lap, so you're not going to have that many laps. Oh, pardon me, burping again. Yeah, so 10-minute qualifying, that's going to really mix the pack up, and I wonder how it works out. I'm hoping it benefits me, but I really doubt it. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, I wanted to talk to you guys about a few on-track rules. In the pre-race, we found some of the guys cutting the pit exit, and that's a big no-no in this championship, guys. So try and keep in between the white lines, and don't cross them until the line's over. If you fail to do so, you will probably get a punishment for it, time penalty, and if it's repeated often, you know, I don't know, this man might have to give you a little holiday, as Mark Webber says. But I sound like a police officer. Back markers. We don't have blue flags in Gran Turismo, so if someone's in front of you, behind you, and they're about to lap you, don't make their life hell, because in this race I found myself behind many back markers, and they weren't moving out of the way, and I found myself having to risk, you know, the car going down the inside and diving in and killing my tyres. It's not something you really want to do. So back markers, if someone's faster than you behind you, move out of the way. Well, only if it's you're being lapped, not for track position. If it's track position, defend it like a beaver, man. Don't move out of the way. But like I said, back markers, move out of the way for cars who are lapping you. What else is there to talk about? Fair conduct. There's a few bumps and taps in the pre-race, what I saw from the replay. Try and keep it clean, guys. We race by the gentleman rule, and we try to keep our conduct very clean, and we pride ourselves on that in GTF. We're the cleanest and fastest racers on the internet on GT5. So, you know, try and keep the tradition going, guys. If you hit someone and they go off, pull over and let them re-overtake you, and show some good sportsmanship. That's a must in this championship. I mean, many times I've been hit and the person's waited for me, and sometimes the person hasn't. And sometimes if you don't wait, you're going to end up getting a penalty. But yeah, also no corner cutting. Corner cutting's a no-no. But anyway, I'm going to cut this video short, and I'm going to make another one for our first race, which is at Spa. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm looking forward to Season 5, and I hope my viewers are too, and hope everyone's alright. Take care, all the best. Cheers for watching.